Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I'm reviewing the Nympho by Cornographix. There's actually been a couple major changes since I last reviewed a Cornographix bag, and I'll get into those as I go through this review here. But let's go ahead and dive in, break down this Nympho. We'll start with the design. This was a collaboration they did with Crazy 8. And again, it's another design, just phenomenal. They knocked it out of the park here. Cornographix, I've said this all the time, they have some of the best designs in the game. Go check out their Facebook page and look back through the pictures of some of the bags they have, some of the designs they have. They're just phenomenal. They also do custom designs as well. So if you have an idea or a logo or a design you want to put on a bag, reach out to them and they'll make it work for you and get it on the bag. But yeah, this is another design. Absolutely love it. I have no issues with it. Material-wise, the slow side here, this is that linen slow side that you find on the Psycho X, Widow X, the Reynolds Victory, the B3 Justice has it. It's a great versatile material. It plays phenomenal on dry boards that are normal to fast speeds. When you start getting to that kind of damp, humid, sticky conditions, this material does slow down, become unplayable. But on normal, dry to fast speed boards, this material is phenomenal. It's a 5-speed in most conditions now. As it is very reactive to board conditions, so the speeds can fluctuate depending on as the conditions change. But normal conditions, I call it a 5-speed material. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper, Deadhead, Viper fast side, 9-speed material. It slides up the board on any conditions, pushes or anything. So we're looking at a 5 and 9-speed bag. Template wise, this is that medium template, but it kind of plays like a large template because it's a fairly full bag. There's quite a bit of fill in here, so it makes it feel like a larger bag, but it's a medium template. Now the fill in here, it still has a decent amount of flop to it, but it's not crazy floppy, and there's quite a bit of fill, as I mentioned, so it gives you a nice hand feel. In fact, when I got these bags, even brand new, before I even broke them in, the first thing I picked them up was the hand feel was phenomenal. These things just felt amazing in the hand. And Cornographix really puts a lot of emphasis on the way bags feel, I think, because the Taboo and now this Nympho are probably two of my top 5 bags as far as hand feel goes of all time. I love the way those bags feel. And it's hard to really describe hand feel in a video. This bag just feels nice and soft in the hand. You get a nice, wonderful grip on it. And hand feel is very important because if you get a bag that doesn't feel good in the hand, it just, for me, it messes up my entire throw because I'm constantly trying to think about it. But when you get a bag that just feels good in the hand, it really makes it easier to throw. And it just feels like it's one less thing to worry about when you're throwing, because the hand feel is the first thing you really have. It's your contact with the bag. So hand feel is very important, and this bag just feels awesome in the hand. And the fill in here, I did mention it's a pretty full bag. It's a mixed fill, blended fill. There's some beads in here. It feels like some flat discs in here. It's a good variety. I like the mixture. I like the blend they're using. I think it kind of gives you a little bit of that soft landing that you get from that flat disc, but you don't lose some of the whole finesse. You still kind of, with those beads and stuff, you still get some of that melting drippiness into the hole that you would from a bead fill bag. So overall, I love this, the materials they're using. I love the fill, the amount of fill, the type of fill, all of that is phenomenal. Now, playability on this. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention and it's one of the major changes I'm talking about. So these bags are now ACO approved. So you can get these Nymphos with the ACO stamp. Cornographix got an ACO approval on, I don't know if it's all their bags. Most of their bags have an ACO approval. They have quite a few varieties out there. So if you've been kind of avoiding the Cornographix bags because they don't have a stamp, now they have an ACO stamp. So check them out. They have a list on their Facebook page of which bags are approved. I know the Nympho is one of them, so you can get these with the ACO stamp. So that's a big deal, a big change, and it's a positive, right? A lot of you have asked about that, and now they have a stamp. Now, playability on this. This is a bag that you can do a lot with, right? You can control the slow side material, or you can play a lot of different ways with it. For me, I love this material when boards start getting fast. Start getting faster, and maybe, especially if you're a fast bag thrower, you throw a Pro Sniper or a Viper or something like that, and boards are just starting getting faster and faster, maybe a little hard to keep control of those bags. You step down to something that has this linen material, something like this, and you can still play that whole game, but have a little more control over it. And this material is, the downsides to this material kind of go away on faster board conditions, right? One of the things this material is known for is kicking. It will kick on you if you don't throw a flat bag. Faster boards, it kicks less. As the boards get slower and stickier, it kicks more. It is a controllable kick. I've talked about this from time to time on other bags. It's a controllable kick, so if you throw a consistent tilt one or the other, the kick's going to be the same, so you can play it. It's not, this fill in here does take some of the kickiness because it's not a fully bouncy fill. It takes some of that kickiness away, so that, kickiness, I don't know if that's the right word, it takes some of that away, so it doesn't make that hard penalizing kick that you get from traditional carpet bags. It's a subtle kick you can definitely play. If you throw a flat bag, there's really not much kick there to it. As the boards get faster, that kick goes away. The other issue I have with this material sometimes is it does tend to want to hang on the hole from time to time. Boards that are faster, that hang on the hole isn't really there, because if you have enough speed up there, the bag will grab, spin around, and melt in. It's when that speed kind of dies out as it gets to the hole and stops and it hangs on the hole. That's when you tend to have issues. Now, I will say, because these bags are fuller, they're very easy to collect. So a bag hanging on the sides, it doesn't take much to come in, clip it, and take it right in. Even on the back, if you throw it, sometimes I could get that bag to kind of come back to me as it was hanging on the back of the board by just throwing a regular bag. I don't think I really had to throw any air metal drags or get crazy trying to collect bags. And because it's full and collectible, it also makes for a great blocker. So if you want to take this material and throw a blocker up there, you can control this and slow it down and put blockers. Wonderful blocker this bag because it is so full. You can really get aggressive and get across over to your opponent's side and then come down with your last bag and just catch the corner and take it right in. These bags don't accordion up like floppy bags do, so you just got to clip a corner. You don't have to come really crazy aggressive to get to it. Just catch that corner and you'll take them both in. Typically on fuller bags, you have an issue of bags bunching and clogging. I think I had a couple times where these bags might have bunched up trying to collect. They kind of bunched up, but I never had an issue with them clogging. When they bunched up, as long as I had another bag to come through, could hit them, they would drop in. So I never ran across these clogging. The bunching happens, but bunching happens a lot of bags, especially when they're on the side and you're trying to collect. So I don't think that's a negative. Didn't run across that. But all in all, I think the bags play phenomenal. They're very versatile. It's another bag that's great for blind draws, right? You know, if you've got maybe your opponent wants to throw a slower bag and you want to throw a faster bag, this is kind of a compromise for that. If you're a fast bag player and you're looking for a bag to kind of step down to maybe get into a slower bag, this is a wonderful transition bag. If you're a carpet bag thrower and you're looking for a little faster bag, again, another great transition bag. It's just a great, this material, this 5-speed material is wonderful kind of for a transition. Either way, it just fits a lot of different playing styles. And this bag was it was a blast to throw. I put a ton of bags in the hole, as you can see here. I just had so much fun throwing this. It's a wonderful bag. Highly recommend checking out the Nympho. Now, availability. This is another one of those. This is the second of the two major changes. The first was the ACO stamp. The second one is Cornographix actually has a website. They have a shop on Etsy where they sell these bags. So for those of you who complain that you don't have Facebook and you don't like these companies that only sell on Facebook, Cornographix now has an Etsy page, so you could go buy the bags on the website. I'll put a link in the description for that, so you can go check them out. You can also just send them an email as well, or reach out to them through Etsy or through Facebook and buy them that way. The bags, they have quite a few bags available. They keep some in stock, but any bag that you want, even if it's not in stock, you reach out to them and they can make it for you, whatever. And I think most of their designs are available on most of their bags, so you can kind of mix and match designs with models of bags, or like I said, they do customs. They'll work with you. They're phenomenal. The ladies there are awesome. They're great to work with. So definitely check them out. Bags run $85, $90. I think they're $90. They do releases, but sometimes they have some in stock. They'll sell for $85. I think on the Etsy page are like $80, and then it's like $8 or $9, $10 shipping. So that you're looking for $85, $90 for a set of bags. Shipped to you, and that's well worth it. I mean, that's kind of that lower end of bag pricing, and they're high quality bags. You're getting your money's worth. I definitely recommend checking them out. So if the Nympho is a bag I highly recommend. If you love hand feel, I mean, you really need to hold. If you hold these bags in your hand, you're gonna fall in love with them like I did, and you'll get yourself a set. So please go get yourself a set of Nymphos. I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.